So this stock has a lot of buzz on Reddit, and today we're going to do a technical analysis. I will show you that it's potentially on a breakout and the next price targets. The stock we're talking about is Applied Digital. The ticker is APLD. And if you're not new to this channel, if you've been on the channel before, you know that this is a series that's different from the other videos I make. So the videos I've been making so far on this channel is called Hot Stock Alert, and that's where I try to find really undervalued stock with great rally potential. And if you check out the videos of all the hot stock alerts, you will see that from the time I post a video, the stock rallies 200, sometimes 250%. But this is a series that's different. This series is called Most Popular Reddit Stocks. So these are stocks that are popular on Reddit, and I'm going to do a technical analysis to equip you with that information for anyone looking for that information. First thing we see on the stock, okay, it's a good sign that it's trading above the 50 and the 200-day moving average. That's what we want to see. But you have to really know, like today, the stock jumped almost 16% and the entire market was down. So that's a really good sign. That means it's on a breakout. And another reason it's potentially on a breakout is that this was previously acting as a resistance, like right here, around like $15. You see it, one wick, it touched it, $15 came all the way back down, and then it was trying to break this price. And today, while the entire market was down, it smashed through this resistance and traded up 16%. I'm going to show you in a second why this stock has such a great rally today. Some news article came out, so we're going to take a look at that. But before we take a look at that, we have to do some technical analysis because the technical will guide the stock price movement. The news does affect stock price in the short term, but if the technical setup isn't there, the price momentum will not continue. So let's take a look at the weekly. And on the weekly, it's very clear to see that we're on a breakout, but it's not finalized yet. I'm going to show you one more trend that I noticed, but it's clearly on a verge of a breakout. And I believe a lot of people are expecting a short squeeze, something similar to what happened here. And I'm going to show you that information too. But before we continue, can you please do me a favor and leave a like on this video? I'm trying to get one of my videos to 100 likes. Please, if you're watching this video, just leave a like. That really helps me out a lot. And leave a comment. I respond to every single person who leaves a comment. So on here, we see that previously when it had a short squeeze, it rallied like over 100% in only 2 weeks. So I believe some people are expecting something similar like that to happen again, and I will go over why that is so. But let's go back to the daily chart. So we have a trend line drawn here. This was acting as a resistance before, and another trend line you'll notice, and another trend line that's like pretty clear is this trend line right here, which would be the upper bound of a channel. And if I drew another line down here, that would be the bottom line of the channel. So this trend line is also like pretty clear. I just get it situated more perfectly. So the breakout is not finalized until it breaks through this trend line. So if there's two ways to play it. If you want to be risky, then yeah, this is a good entry point. Again, nothing is financial or trading advice. It's for information purpose only and education purpose only. So just take the education and do your own research and come up with your own strategy. But as you can clearly see here, this is a clear trend line, and it has to. So if I take this and I copy and paste it and just take it all the way down, so this would be like a channel right here that it's trading within. But until it breaks this trend line, we're not going to see a potential rally or a short squeeze. So this could, even though it broke this resistance, it could come trade up here and come back down. Again, long term, it will potentially break it. But if you're trying to like gauge a short term swing trade, maybe take advantage of a short squeeze if it happens like this week or next week, like we saw previously when there was a short squeeze, you want to play it very, very safe. Wait till it breaks this trend line. Okay. So now let's take a look at the short squeeze information. Oh, look. So on the chart, the trend line that I drew, see, very clear as day. So on Finviz, they automatically draw these trend lines. So clear as day, you see. So it did break the horizontal trend line right here. And now we just have to wait for it to break this trend line for there to be a confirmation of a potential rally. But look at the short float. The short float is right here. I'll highlight it, 30%, and the short ratio is 1.2. So 30% is an incredibly, incredibly high short float. I can show you many, many examples when the short float is this high, like a short squeeze is like almost imminent, especially if there's like news that comes out that triggers it. So going back to it, so what caused this massive 16% rally while the entire market was down today? So this is the article. This is the news that came out. Let's take a look at it. So the company announced plans for a new 3 billion AI data center campus that significantly increased the price target from analysts. So that is the reason why there was a massive breakout today. But again, be worry. The news is good, but the technical setup has to be there for you to take advantage of any potential price movement. Again, the most important technical setup that we're looking at right now is that for it to break this trend line. This is the first good sign, and this was the second one. But also, if we take a look at the RSI, we are in slightly overbought territory, but that's not always a negative. If you watch I made a video on BBAI, and I tell you there's hierarchies. So the moving average hierarchy over everything else. So it goes moving average, then support and resistance, then Fibonacci retracement, and then the RSI. So the RSI is good. Like for example, here, April 15, where I have the cursor, it was oversold, like near 30, like as almost as low as it can get. And from there, that was a good entry point because you see like from oversold territory, it shot all the way up to $3 to $15. So that's a 5x. But even I can show you many examples, even when it's in overbought territory, it still has some price movement. Still has some potential to rally even higher. And it's in the oversold, almost in the oversold territory, but it's not, above 70. It's not in this green zone, which, from here, it would be more risky. But again, here, like look at this is how you do technical analysis and why it's actually like if you once you understand it, everything makes sense. So even like say you were right here, we're looking at this chart like at this point. We see like, okay, it's oversold territory and there's a clear it's hitting a resistance. So it's pretty obvious it's oversold hitting a resistance that it might come right back down. But here we're past one resistance, but we have to wait till we're past this resistance. So don't get caught. Nothing is for a fact. We just have to take all the information we have and make the best decision. So again, if you want to play it safe, wait till it breaks this resistance. But the short float is incredibly high. So if it does break that resistance, you can definitely see a massive, massive short squeeze or rally. So overall, also like if we take a look at the fundamentals, let's get rid of this RSI so it's easier to see. The fundamentals actually is pretty good because for the past 3 quarters, like if we go back here, see like last quarter it beat 80% and the revenue, beat revenue. So the fundamentals are looking good. And if we go down here, see right here, earnings, it beat earnings estimate like for the past 4 quarters. So that's also a very good sign. And as you can see, the analyst does have a good recommendation. If we go down here, we see like technical strong buy, strong buy. It's very rare to sometimes see the strong buy. Also, the analysts also are recommending a strong buy signal. So with the 7.78 price target, which we are very close to. But then let's go back to the weekly. I'm going to give you my price target. So go back to the weekly. Let's shrink this a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it definitely has, if it breaks this channel because the short float is so high, yeah, we could potentially see another massive 100% rally from here. So again, but it's not trading advice. I'm just giving you the information and use that information wisely. Wait for the breakout. This is like the beginning of a breakout, but wait for a confirmation. A confirmation would be that if if this previous support starts acting as a resistance, so you see like, okay, maybe it tries to break through this trend line and it doesn't, but when it comes back down, this is acting as a solid support. So that's one confirmation. And then you see like, okay, so again, nothing will happen straight up. It's not like tomorrow you're going to wake up and it's going to be another 30%. Like that's not how it works. But if it does, then, as soon as it breaks out of this channel, take advantage of that. But usually you would see something like that. Like from here, maybe it will come up here, try to break out of here. It doesn't. Then if it comes back down and if it comes back down and this acts as a support, that's an incredible sign. Acts as a support and then boom, you might see a breakout. So again, it doesn't happen in a straight line. Everything comes in waves. And that will be very obvious, like once you start paying attention to the chart. So I hope you guys found this information helpful. Can you please, again, do me a favor, especially if you made it this far, please give this video a like. I just want to see one of my videos get to 100 like. And if you enjoy information like this, please subscribe, turn on your post notification. Again, this is a different series I'm doing. This is a series where I'm just going over stocks that are popular on Reddit and giving you the technical analysis, it doesn't always mean it will go up. Sometimes the technical analysis can show that the stock could go down, which is kind of what we saw for BBAI. But I do another series on this channel where I try to find undervalued stock at like near the bottom. I found Open Door stock at 71 cents. And from that point, it rallied all the way up to $5. So that's a different series I do. And if you enjoy information like that, subscribe, have your notifications turned on, and leave a comment. I'll respond to every single person who leaves a comment. I want to get some feedback from you guys if you're enjoying this type of technical analysis. And you can suggest stocks. Since I'm doing this new series where I'm just going over popular stocks, suggest a stock. If I see that it has motion on Reddit, I will do a technical analysis. And just, yeah, interact with me in the comment section. I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.